And you may see Yamagana phone na akwaba at the banit 100.9. A benada and the Yawadabia, Jumedia Yatunidim, say Torchlight, and I yede brewe. Torchlight Jumedia no yede brown, Emma Wutu Usutimina Quino, na Utimich the Wadjane, Amanyo Sama ye, ewa Yamaganemo. Amanyo Sama yede chichere or mino. Amanyo Sama bebwa amo mino etimia conkain. And they wish the political space in the Mua. A Samakudo Bebre Nekoso, Supreme Court petition, a Koso. Na and there's a bono tofa at the Achrewa. And then Supreme Court, the ACA, and they say, na the petitioner, the lawyers. Wamu Bomadia Kuchiri Noma at the Kotoa Judge for him. A catchrom say, Wamu be here say, a mame, a Jane Mensa. Yamame, chairperson of the Electoral Commission. Obejina Jum, na echese wamatoto nano, na bibia etimi akoye. Because wamu susu say somebody be wa. Ono ene betime yi ano. Na ontimi betina radio so enyi ano. Na moment so jina adakem na oswai na okaso beka no kore na wetime yi ano. Na ninyina ne se na no juada. Ebra eye petitioner eka say the case ni wawie eye kwadu na oboye ni nyina no de asi ode aba na wie ye nti we close case ni say de amremu no legal practice no wo mo kanu no eno ena ema eye the fair respondent oye eye electoral commission aw mudwam tenani eye ye mami Jane Mensa na ono so filing ni witness ebra wo mo de nsam ni kokodan eye Supreme Court na eno na lawyer for sorry ye say na eye petitioner John Dramani Mahama isama de beda opportunity anu anie adanse fo mo yewra siedu ketia yewra pesa white yewra rojo metal nuno womo sama mo ka kire court no anu ani ana ene womo so sorry ye no mo se ene na ehu hia kora se womo ede danse ni bi eba begina adaka de mo emfa ho ene adanse ni na no disemu a womo de agun krata so ede akwakoto court nanim ene ni danse ni bi anu a womo behia biem se gwen ena eye petitioner JDM ede ba ye dia ekwa so na ye second respondent na nado da kwakufu na lawyer for womo so sorry ye no me se aba na eye petitioner eye John Dramani Mahama enya na say amanfo awiawe enya na say no ma bi anko yie anam so ma wo kan se obefa downsefo enum na enso wodi emu miensa na ba ye eti de ombeka ya nie weye eye ti ya biscuit nka hwen David ene my lord we so de ya de onko ba begina mu ediama eye second respondent na nado da kwakufu ado ye Peter Magumeno onya mabiem because ye we pa de a ene na ya mutu wo mo so wo dance ni no wo mo fa ne ma ekwa na senior lawyer eye yewra lawyer Chatu Chikata ono so sorry ye no se hwia eha ne he se mo be ka se mo ma mo dance fo ni ma be gina dakem se na senior lawyer wase na no o kire se oba be ye cross examination papa bi oba to Jane Mensa no oba to aye Peter Magumenu ano den so wo mo ayi ni fly sulia a lawyer foi wo ma nimdie mu no emu ze da bi wo ma dance fo no se we na wo de beto wo de a ene na enu ano no eti ano ene enam so ena eye the petitioner lawyer for eden krata akoma Supreme Court nchiremu na ne say gwomo pese court no enhye eye first respondent and second respondent na dance for na wo mbra no mba begina dakam na so mbegina adaka ni mu wo metuma toto ma no yie na ekwa na bibi betimi afiri aba ebeboa asenie ne pa enti eno na court no wo mo sori ye pedi omumu e ka se wo mo kọ abu wo mo kọ akobisa abrewa na wo mahwe se emra no edien ena mra ne ka another justice ani yebo adwamtina ni de ma ye atemuafo nson a aya bato a etwa mu 2020 ehoma nso twe no da wo manim no ode tu dwa se ene ohwa legal argument ne de ko so papa eye na no dwada wo mo peji omomo na no na eye ne nsem ni nyina na ohwa ruling we de onya adagye pa okasa beye 16 minutes 16 minutes enka ne ne de he aloya fo no begina hwa wo mo gyina mo nan so legal arguments ne koso ya obetena se 2 minutes 3 minutes no aka wie ya mutu unanimous decision enkono ni nyina baako ya nkono baako so de enso ni nyina wo ma de atum se da bi we ya ma kwan se wo ya enyegie enam se emra ne se gwe ni na de ne de onya abotre pa justice ani yebo a onya abotre papa na abotre mu ni nyina no odi kyerɛkyerɛ no ma bɛyɛ 16 minutes no oguso kenkan na ne tia wa mu an sɛ court ni ntemi nhye obi sɛ ombegyina adakam na yentoto na no ebra watwero ne nkrata ana na no disem edi ato nkrata so edi akoma court no ekotu mra ne bebre eye wohwe eye high court civil procedure rule CI 47 order 38 rule 3E ni nyina no nsema eka wo ho subsection 1 and 5 wokotu ni nyina ni nyina ni di adanse ese da bi sɛde ando ma ekono enya de a mra ne se wuntimi enhye obi sekete a bra na begina da kam na yentoto wa no enam sɛ dia akonie eti menu a wotie me ba bibia wo ebia na ena adwuma mu nti wantimi anhwɛ eye sɛde a petition ni kɔɔye ebia fe na kodu fie wonam kwan so afe na be firi fie na waba adwuma enam sɛ obeba fie obeba adwuma manwumere ni nti woda kakra wantimi anhwɛ tofa bona na me de ama wo no nenu ena eye petitioner John Dramani Mahama na lawyer for wo ma sorry wo say debi ene we de court mu ya wo bibia ye fa ne subpoena na ne sen ene se court de ba be hyew ade bia court no hia firi no wa wadwen sa de se wo motuom won fa nko court no timi hyew subpoena na ye subpoena na che se wa ba court na nim na wo de adekoro no ebeboa court na sendie na ade aba na no ena omo se omo case no omo ka so omo tum no kura debi wo court ni miemu ma omo eye petitioner John Dramani Mahama lawyer for wo se debi court no se mie case ni mu biem na dia eye Jemensa ene eye Nanado eye the first and second responders wo mo ye no in fact wo mo se ene mra ne mfa enu ti de dikan wo mo ekwa akobie case no omo ka so omo wie no se wo mo se debi wo mo wie wo mo san ebetoa so na mmeremu no se eyade a court no emu atenya court ni mu atenya wotimi ko eza akotoa case ni so se wo ka se wa wie kura na timi ko esan ba no sa akotoa case ni so nia ye ka ni nyina no bisa wo se edien na emra ne ka emra no sesen which one of the key areas are no mo ka se yewra ye maame Jemensa chairperson of the Electoral Commission ono no eye emrabatan adwumakuo ena oda no eti ehu behia se Ghana man ebetimati bibia afiri ne ho de enti oye mfomso de enti a vote ni bi ekwaye adango dada dwen ene de keka ho de no court ne keka wenum nyina si yani ena court no se de bi se ope bibi se ya ye wo mu ne se enye saa na mra ne se ye judge fonso ni nyina di to mu se de bi wo mabba atuwegu amoamoa edi ashobolem eti yewra chachu eni abre osan case no so wawie no so onwie biem eti ene ya meka say wasan the application atum say court no grant no mie case ni mu biem no bie case na wanya kwan abomodin asupini eye Jane Mensa na echese wo ma hye na chenchi na Jane Mensa ababigina adakemo questions bebre wo ho a amanfo ebisa ba ne say ni so dia na legal argument no out of court legal argument no so na ekoso eti obi a kire na dwen ne ade ye bisa ne se so eye John Dramani Mahama the petitioner ordinance nkwadan court no ontimi building the case ni yia na se wa building ni yia adeti na chenchini a SSL Electoral Commission ekogina adake adeti na chairperson of the UCS okoko no kokogina adake na wamototo na no na de bi so bisa ne se na Agyeman sakura okogina adaka ni ma na ye dien ozo wufu se bibi adamu fine ade okura wo kan se na ka wo ba bedi adanse waloya fo edi to court anim iti ozo kogina mu a na edien nya na aba. These are some of the questions amanfo ebisa wo fie wo so bibisa obi say na Supreme Court ruling na babeto odwa no ye nyina asem de ni de wani tua say eda eye court akuba court ba tan anim no ye tafre ho ye nya ne say dia wanhwa na kwakwa bibia wo ho no enyenyen ene ebedi asem no entafre ho na ye guzu a ye tafre ho na yabomode ane ye hu sadia esam na ekọ nti ene mene eye babedwafo eye Tom member of the NDC National Communication Team obebe fia ha Saranso and Nano Usu Sechere oye member of the MPP wabo National Communication Team Nano Usu Sechere ono so ebebe fia ha na ensema mabo no tofa idea to wanimi na bepato ye nyina ya to adwen na ye hu sadia eno ameko. It is Supreme Court election petition and the ruling na beto odwa akọtọ na kire mu se yama mi Agyeman obi antemi nhye no so ongo gina adaka mo no ano peso gina adaka mo no akọnọ koko gina adaka mo no emusem eyade ayede to yapono so ena nwumre na yede torchlight na tum na ye hu sadia no ameko ensam etoso mienu vetting ekoso appointment committee of ye Ghana ye parliament ye mera bedwafie womo to ministers ya no aswafo a ye ba mpanye pa womo se womo nko na mrahye bedwafo no toto oma no dwie na womo ji womo tumu oma ba be ya aswafo no ma hyase na nsamu boboba ensamu piepie anada bia meka se se mehwe election petition yi na se metie ye public accounts committee ene eye appointment committee womo dwumadi a aya na meka se amanyofo ana modi adwen di agoro na me se election petition no womo dwie a yan so yade adwen beba ene ya asem ne da so court asem ne no mo nwie ye no ye twetwen so ye boabo ni nyina no na da ye benya the final verdict no ye so yade adwen beba hwede ye kwaso eye appointment committee asojafo a wamokọ Ghana mrahye bedwafie na bi kasa Dominic Nitiwu na bi kasa de hwan na order awomo sana yese commander bi ye nim ni din ono na order awomo commander bi oye soja ni oti TV na chi ya oje se na de na parliamentarians mu yi ade agoro na mu di ehwa na order say hey ahoya emrantie ma momra womo fa womo atuo womo hihye womo ntade huhu no bobo wura Ghana mrahye bedwafie ho me na me wo eye adwenkyire bi se eva that day na mrahye bedwafie ho na eye time iti soja fo na ekọ ho no me na ka me foa so but womo ko ene ye hu hwimom because womo ko bibia nsi de ekọ so na ekọ so but why na order soja fo no se womo nko eye Ghana mrahye bedwafie ho yera kanda pa odi atudwa se onokra na ene wawa na ene bufu osi na ye na bufu obi a no ya national security minister no si na ye na bufu na ye wa bufu anti ye hwan ene order soja fo ne se won munko eye Ghana mrahye bedwafie ho eduti dachi yete kwa ya hwani ya nanado dankwa kufuado oti Jubilee House soja ni bi fo se nanado eno ama ye won na sabio ma no hyesu mi na tantane ye obetuma oda say masa monko Jubilee House na monko kire bibi kakra tane ye behu na na eti wene nyina ne yensem bi a aba beto dwa ye guso a ye toato ho adwen ena nwumre ye behwe na ye hu sadi asem ne ko woso ye de adwen kire ne ye de bema pa na ye tie ye rakanda pa ne semini bia okade tu dwa efa sojafo yi hwen beba cho bomade an na tie de okan ne bi ne
aspiration of the life of the 7th Parliament of our 4th Republic, we noticed the massive deployment of the military and police within the presence of Parliament, to the discomfort of many well-meaning Ghanaians, including our own minority leader, who promptly issued a press release in condemnation of the massive deployment of the security apparatus within our precincts. Now, subsequent to the deployment, on the 7th of January, the a group of soldiers armed to the teeth in the company of some elements from the Greater Accra Regional Command had the audacity to storm the parliamentary chamber when the House had actually convened to elect the Speaker of Parliament. My question is, I know at the time your tenure as minister had determined, but the technical staff, the coordinator, and all other officers were at post. What briefings did you subsequently get with respect to the deployment? Who authorized the deployment of the troops in the parliamentary chamber?
Well, Honorable Chairman, I couldn't agree more with you. I mean, it's obviously a strange thing when you have soldiers going into a parliamentary chamber for whatever reason. When I saw it, I was also alarmed. My colleagues were equally alarmed. All of us in government were alarmed that something like that had happened. So I did take the trouble to find out how it happened. And I remember, it was that simple. Somebody, a commander, in his opinion, thought that things were getting out of hand in the chamber and that they needed to go there to try to restore order. I posed the question, to restore what order? Did you think your presence there was going to frighten the members of parliament? No. You were not going to be able to frighten them. Were you going to arrest them? No. You couldn't have arrested anybody there. So I asked why? What was the motivation for you to have gone there? I can only say that this is something that should not have happened. I'm happy that, yes, they did come there. It was as bad as you say, but no harm was really caused to any member of parliament. And let me agree with you that going forward, this is not something that we should encourage, and we hope that it doesn't happen again.
Aspiration of the...
Then my next question has to do with the number of people you claim you have recruited over the last 4 years. You just mentioned that you recruited 90,000 people in the last 4 years. Over 90,000. Honorable, you are aware that when you recruit them, they must be paid, and therefore the finance ministry through the budget will make provisions for the numbers and associated emoluments. When you look at the figures in the budget, it does not support the position you are articulating here. Because in 2017, the staff strength of the entire ministry, as contained in page 117 of the 2017 budget, was 103,699. In 2020, the number went to 128,016. So where did you get the 90,000 figure from? And who is paying them? The 2020 budget is for the whole 2020. We are talking about establishment, ceilings.
Honorable member, ask the question, ignore their sides, please. Yes, Honorable Minister.
See, I didn't get the question very clearly.
Honorable Nomi, I'm saying that you just indicated to the committee that in the last 4 years, your ministry recruited 90,000 health workers. And I'm saying that when you recruit, the Ministry of Finance, through the budget, make provision to be able to pay them. So the numbers and the associated emoluments are available in the budget. And when you look at the figures, the number of people recruited is not even up to 30,000. So where did yes, the figures are here.
Honorable Chair, I will crave your indulgence.
So where did you get the 90,000 from?
I will crave your indulgence, Honorable Chair, to later lay before you a template and the financial clearance that finance has issued to support my claim. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Yes, go on.
Mr. Chairman, can you give him some specific dates because this is a statement of fact. And I remember in response to one of the questions, he said, this is a house of record. And he doesn't want to, he wants to be circumspect.
Honorable Chair, as soon as tomorrow morning.
That I'm asking that question.
Honorable Chair, as soon as tomorrow morning.
Mr. Chairman, my last question has to do with the COVID fight. You have been at the forefront of the battle, and you should be able to tell this committee how much this country has expended on the fight against COVID so far.
Honorable Chair, again, this is a very difficult question for me. How much this country has spent will be very difficult for me to do. We did intersectoral sort of expenditures, including even the military and the police and finance and education.
Minister, they don't provide. Our difficulty is that the handing over notes that has been given to Parliament through the clerk, we don't have the specific on MOH, Ministry of Health, as in the ministry. So help us, how much have you spent, ministry as ministry?
Now, you remember initially we got $100 million allocation to spend on COVID. All that had been exhausted. We have got another money that's just about to mature for us to utilize.
Chairman, how much?
That is about $120 million from the World Bank.
World Bank?
Yes.
Is it a loan or a grant?
It's a loan. But some of these things, I believe the finance minister had actually presented before the House some summary of these COVID expenditures before now. And I was thinking that these things can be very much elucidated by the finance ministry instead of trying to take this away from the now learning medical officer who has individual.
Don't you aspire in your heart to be finance minister?
Thank you. Pardon me?
In your heart, don't you aspire to be finance minister? He's out of order.
Why? Will you want to endow me as such?
Right. Etiabusa way eye normal kodo a ekọ so eye enra appointment committee ebra womone eye mrahebedwafo anase asofo a yema mpanya pa omode akwakoto omanim se womonhwe na womototo omano no emu ba kwa mekan ne eye rakandapa ne somebody to just say woche eye military invasion eye sojafo na ebra eye 8th parliament womo yinkonya womo kire Ghana fo bibi kakra obi efa eye ballot box e de kwose baby obi kofa ballot papers e de dwane ye nam so eche se hoye deja yesusu se so trokra ba mu wo ho no in fact soldier fo abowura ho no or say soldier fo ne de onu kra na de bu afu na de colleagues ne bi bu afu eche se enwanwa se eche se soldier fo tin be wura mo se hey what is happening now what is happening so ho internet eche se aye bibia ebo ho na no na utum se mu nsem no na akwakoye deja kakra ewa ha na in fact yebehwe ne yedi nkomo na de atoso mienu COVID-19 mu amubisa se na se aben ukran sika san na waspende no ene de ade keka ni nyina bomu onti yehwe ni mu ya photo samfo so de budget ye 2021 budget ne betu ye ni ma ebia obebiebie mu na che so de amaye na ye hu se de na mmom yehwe eye asuye atwa pomodene esem so a according to swafo a watwa mu kwa ne yesa toto na no yabo nidin biem o say $100 million $100 million a ekere se wo mo bo moden a edema sa $100 million no wo ma di amanasa $100 million de ekere se wo ma di amanasa kra ma ekere se ade ne se de tie no wo mo pesika ne biem kra ka ho ye ne yewura Isaka Amonkotei oye local government expert ne ba mu a ejese na dwuma bobe pa ye no eni komofa eye vetting said the anoma eko eye asofo Ghana mrahebedwafie ye rama go de yamo adwo na bom te sen
mpomu ye
ye da yakopon ase ye ton Ghana cha official pa
say atire my replace
wow dia wonim dia ba bekan ti na di we ba be shebi na bibia bogo de yede nyakopon ase yeche eye vet na ekoso Ghana mrahebedwafie so far we de wani di akire ensam a eye wom atimi afeesi o ye kasa eye deputy education minister binim se wom awie ne dia na ensam a ekoso ho free mu ba so far to say
Well, one who say ministers nankasano, one who jumano, central government policy. So, the power of minister, and one who can our ministry hall. Not quite say, for human relations, any proponent man, any other stakeholders, no, and no, and AI priority. It's said, project and program here under your ministry. And maybe, any central government, how our manage the gas. Also, like this, who initiated a idea, who for the cabinet, yeah. Well, initiative, because who needs cassette that? And the organization, among the ministry, or no money will feel more. Management and then human behavior. Also, like this, it's the baby here. Now, the Ghana map near Opena. I was so you see Eddie now, Jinta. I didn't want to use. I was so Jinta. Also, like this, the ambassador, they are football, about football, and your power, they are football. And then also to me, John Mukaka, I'm a that what could be years now questions no coaches on here. Not one question, but put him managing ya. But wait, more boy to man for years. And yes, I thought to one. And if the questions need no answer, they appear the ambush question. Not a genuine question in the eyes of the chairman now. Now, for the Hokaka, debut. Also, that because normally, you can say question to the back, now prepare. But on the spur of the moment, now, question, now, unity. Would you be I just said, yeah, part will be no question in some diplomatic way. And I said, I mean, you should say we can't talk, but okay, be now, why you free? Also, I didn't acquire. And when I know she kakra because city I didn't know who bet me can grow, but the kind of way you know, not some I did video.
ade wo ni se o ebi twantora na
Someone who said, and I'm say, what the 4 years? And you for the city, question now, Ebano. Will be was a fair idea of question. But once I know, now where the video, you share a minister for defense. United Parliament. So that point we are. Free time, January ABC May. Minister of Defense, Professor Chami said, "Oh, nim the air as you have put Parliament as well." Oh, I know I can see United States.
oso no nimukra na ene nwanwa
Mistake. Come on, move program on. Nim, but the thing is to onim. Sam President.
onimama na approach commander na bisa ne so ma mrante ne ba ho bepe de
Also be time.
ai
And commander this day. Because answer be a answer.
because ose commander no in his own opinion no na onu no susu say bia bibi na nkogie ebo ko nti no commander ne mrante ne so omomra ho no
Into the name of the commander no yes
there be one for din antodwa
because no of can pass by no. On to say or bench is a commander and the man that order. Also, for the is smart. The senior Ghana for Parliament to be any your man order. Okay, commander, as I won't carry. Oh, so that is it. When you mean cut will be a control in this case, and Tobian Bamuyo, a management of a seminar be done. So, and you are supposed to ask the question, and it's always also now supplementary, and for a substantive question, but some are not I am BB or now when you next thing. Also, and the ama betting we know. Prepare ye now ambush questions, you'll be exposed.
But are you suggesting, sir, the appointment committee, this 8th Parliament appointment committee, as compared to the previous appointment committee in Juma Womudi, and not just say, we know one more year exposure, ministers in Biana.
Don't say, we know, Oma Yajumana Dada, 4 years, and almost back for rate person. And she said, Obia, Waba Fufra, Yem Vete, Unya Fee. Well, we want to know one managing system for 4 years. So, and the questions in the best makes the Biaba. So, for us, a right questioner, I better go through the chairman. Now, maybe I'm not focused because you were not expecting that question. I didn't so who himself. Maybe I didn't know I was saying he didn't say. But because central government policy, you could hear it. Now, I own a shop. One say, not a school. That kind of person, and me is a panel, international that is transfer now, say, because along the line, maybe in terms can be best minister here, minister for education and health.
Honorable Kwakwajima Menu.
Exactly. But questions maybe no. Now I BB ama I feel there because I least expected to better even 2 hours. What I mean say, apart from that, almost to me and previous government, infrastructure, no moment to me, apart from a corner, I central government policy. Jacqueline Nano, let me say, why are they? Because the beer issue, because he was there to speak to it.
Yesha Bibi to say agenda 111. 111 hospitals, sir. Your man penny share 188 na fe pedi amukọ 111. Mensini agudu mo so de local government and na say local governance no wo hu nim de pa. Na anu yi ode ba ye ensase ho nsem baabi wo hokra na ensase ho manso twen ne ade nti a delay eye project eto wo sense anu yi.
What was that? I know make us I knew you need to do a super here. Now I hear here. One say 86 and I said the dear could do best is what that year for month on change. Now the dear anka a honor as you be anyone. Then you would say you do lenten and now yeah 2 foundation. And no near would say yabre. But what can you now because I think at the point it looks like a vision. Up in the baby saw that can now boom. Nothing answer not quiet yeah manage. Also because a lot of people are expecting say they will real action. Our pump.
Na no reality on the ground because abai kwa your project bi obetwen na no ma esase ya omo de so omo de ma ban na ban timi execute project in terms no na kwakoye bibia wo obi kura te hu se aban no ba beje asase we no de ba be project na fe no ba be miyam yie ama ho hyehye na ye kete eno no is it not reality on the ground edi enya
One say, me no ya den say a problem or about ya him for no how our manage and start in this direction. Me no ya, but oh yeah, startful. Now, okay, say oh acquire asasia. There are so many means that they acquire asasia. One is outright purchase of the land. Yes, yaka asemasa. Yeah, better any I am from the Kenya. You be more a bit more condition because share them with I as assassinate Kenya near the hospital. Royal members now move me up a hospital free put it there a number of years whatever. There are so many things that make me just more. The bit me just almost a issue. So it depends because the private person, no person of fire hospital now. I didn't know to me through put me in the hospital. I didn't see any business. I didn't know private person the call her to me a phone and Safra put me get the idea now or in the hospital. Me to find the idea now community.
Okay. Enti na osha em say when you satisfied e wo answers ni bi ho won.
Kasa me na I bibi o say no baby that na am go to go away why. Enya me o kasa for because the person now very difficult to even monitor governance. But they say, because of social media, any proliferation of FM stations, ama but we are gonna need information. Where it informed, and he said, "Who here be not say, who nimsebia, adena oyeno, where obesity a trap as so kaka." I'm afraid, no. Obi beti akaze asema papa yi kan ye de emu ya wiram kakra o adan na oya ta o sana di yes enti enya me per se but jana bo nyina no obi etie era asema awoka because of one district na ye for say only district hospital omo cheap compounds na wo maybe a private person be a baby wo na a private person say officer or we see a district of hospital or Muslim say or Muhinano, maybe I am fan say 5 acres be say fine. Now say over cat I na brungu and now by before my problems was as you know who can you now go more. So on that and now almost in terms of almost year well best in the budget system and the financial position of the country. Almost quite in the West because some who can be a war, the decode is there to mana. Now I am because it's kind of away under which budget. I pay never prepare this year budget need to can say na afei sika no kwa sɛ ɛba sɛ hyɛ budget no mu a ɛnyɛ sɛ bi a ɛsi adabaka baabi a yɛkɔ a ne yɛkɔpagya wo ɛyɛ expected revenue nti sɛ expectations no amma so ɛ anaa so sɛ ɛyɛ loan na sɛ ɛno nso so yɛnsa ankɛɛ wotoma deɛ
Okay.
nti nsɛm no bi no okay, then the people will sit back and look at it. Papa, you can't transform one and then So say na this system.
All right. Na yembisa sa wohwa ye COVID fight. Pandemic yi, na sika beye $100 million. Anu kra de asa ebi na ho 1 cedi kra na ho. Ya de akon enkoden. In your own assessment, wohwa say na obi hu nafa.
Well, at this stage, we say government, now central government appropriation of funds through parliament, we are, almost say, assessment, say, scanning the mammono, most media juma, a pata. One, audit service. And the union say, I was here trained audit service. Almost baby, almost done the man parliament, no almost so critical, almost public account committee, near share funding. So far, no minister there or the show and a wire Najma. And he said, Obi, best fit me account, can want someone. Now this I go through the audit service, now by public account committee. Then you make me actually say, and then the force. Because the $100 million now, yeah, they are managing COVID and no ABC there. Mind you, say there are so many things that went into it. Free light, free water, free food, and sana medicine to manage almost close to like 70 something thousand now, including burial and all that. And the main chairman audit service for no for share. This is a minister and then one and sana be who say and you be and you might be more not any quantity and more.
Okay. Now, what is the way forward? Say, sir, you see what Ghana Rasha with your fear when say, a dear in a Ghana for young anymore. Say, soldier for a bugura Rasha with your fear ho, a year and now no 7th December, dear chain on the 8th. Na, why you be jabida? No, 6 December, sorry, 6 January, a dear chain, a year 7th January, no. Yes, see, you say, a dear in young anymore.
One will say, in the House of Parliament, but there is free now in terms of the emphasis of Britain, America, Europe, but there is parliamentary activities going on now. Parliament is a bit me a shit, I'm a Buba. But the soldier for a Kubrawa. Now I hear at some fufu because can we say Sana Juno, not done in any president. Sana Juno, not any parliament. Sana Juno, judicial services and award, judicial and an award. And we are in the process of getting well-established parliament, a substantive one, and should have now, young person say travel from Omubura on the field where in an event of something happening. Now I MPCB echo Pia so Janibi, nurse Janini to Pia so Janibi, not a honor at the name. The war. Let's go for 2 hours. No, again, and I because I don't know how one for back room. I did bet you swear your president. Now, it's some way to deal with anyone. Because Parliament, I want you to go for a break. I won't that for. It is a very serious issue. Despite the fact that the BNC or Muga or Quiet, but a big constitution in one country. Yeah, but because hey, I will be painting and saying I was the one to get the back. Now what did I know? I got the Catalan or the one. At that moment, now any president now so the vote near parliament. Now the who need to be free. It's a very serious indictment on our democracy. And see, then come here expected the female near managing as we said. Because they are not going commander.
Yen nim commander kro.
Commander wine. And again, because again, what do you to do? It is neither here nor there. Because the important no money in the sense of money. Every phone, yes, every phone by a bedroom. So, take a book of federal. But, and yes, on when we want to say, you want the commander, the other, and the me as the food, the answer to commanders now knowing the commander, and then cry the team our way at and then call parliament bit me at the cherry, and maybe one as a soul almost to me, and running so much, and yet you almost pet your year or one.
Okay.
Now, time. And for one such a chain we are every year, nothing, you shut a commander 7 not a big constitution.
Joe. Jera Monkote, and then you may yada senior bra when yadia maya or torchlight you may say because answer na ye betua by ye churo ye ding na ya de eba betua by in the process no. E yade di pa mienu tina ni nyina mu no na eno so mu nsem akwakwa edija ye hwe ye se de mu nsem etia yira kanda pa chire mu se eche se nhwehwemu guso a yenim se bibia ba betodwa 0277860644 mame kwa amane so na mene eye Adip Sani security analyst ye no ndi nkomon Adip memoadwo
yeah
empo ti sen
bako
yo osu ye da se waje bere wo torchlight so odi 100.9 na anwumre de ebisa ne se eye bambo mu nsem yera kandapa national security minister yera eye Dominic Nitiwul defense ono so ekwakọ gina mu ene na ne ya yebisa ne se so far wo hwe ade a wo ma ye mfie na etwa mu eho akontabuo ene de ompesa wo mo ye wo mo edekwato appointment committee ene mo Ghana Regional Budget for assessment wo mo na ne sen
yo but honorable Dominic only comes that almost 50 investment committee almost a big with respect to AGYEMAN in the past 4 years. According to Little Olivia, at the point probably that the whole face, no your own soldier, no see, hey, if I don't thank you there, my God will not forgive me because why are you we a soldier for and then you benefit. I see housing projects are over 2 completed or but 3. We're improving morale. The soldiers or pay are improving and this number can also say after our national security strategy, which I'm asking a good sign because for years on end, they are advocating for the establishment or for the drafting of a national security strategy. The last time I meeting the second level of trying to be in defense and international commanders college, which obviously about the need for national security strategy. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail because national security strategy will admire hindsight and outlook about emerging security and for them emerging from within and from the outside of the country. So you make me making sense of the PR and the same ways to go. However, in the midst of catastrophe, we most important, the end. Obviously, the end justifies the means. And about the precise is whether the above percent are improving and will gather and that kind of improving. Because with Maradi project that there were there project development goals. So maybe project development goal, yeah, to improve security situation. Why improving security situation? Yeah, put on but why improving security situation? So what it means is projects are failing. So the question is, your bank percent are improving, and the simple answer is no. And when and yet me the me crafty and the me engineering figures, no. When according to Ghana Police Service, U.S. Department of State, almost travel advisory warning to Ghana published 2008 to 2019, and even a transparent sense of insecurity in Ghana, especially serious crimes, say robbery. After the robbers, we are so motivated and so improving to the extent say, or move after in the past, and they are trying to very different targets, say bullion van. Or would to be attacking police for a broad daylight, or would to be staging operations. I mean, not too long ago, I think about 3 months ago. Yeah, Robert, they were Alabama. Broad daylight of motorbike. So when did I experience that? No, there's something definitely wrong. I know what too much more about. Justice Rochelle Commission, or more recommendation. How many of those recommendations have been implemented? Western people that issue it was so pervasive. We saw it was written all over the world. But we let our guards down at the end, the air cost we were able to take a part of the country. Currently, every single year, there were well over 500 Ghanaians murdered. Has the situation improved? David, excuse me. There were high-profile murder cases also. And investigations through the name they have also whether you're calling them and I pay JD Dampwa, Fenix Autry, Ivan Swally, Asante, Yapoha Ladies, and a whole host of others. So we did our experience a lot more work to be done. So far as the bank for service is concerned, happy we are dealing of terrorism and me counter-terrorism specialist, who training for Netherlands, Leiden University, and me understanding the psychology of terrorism. I mean, I'm kind of in the Islamic Maghreb. Ansar Deen, Ansar Sharia, or who operate somewhere within the Sahel region, Northern Mali, Chad, Mauritania, Niger, all the way to Alliance, and among collaborators in Sub-Saharan Africa. And Ghana is inclusive. The country is in a state of disarray, confusion, strength of the country. On one attacking other countries, but Ivory Coast, Grand Bassam, Nigeria, the daily ritual, Benin, or more attacking, and other countries in the South region. So, and then, what do we do about it? Because according to Kandapa, soldiers are almost election security too, COVID-19, terrorism. But all of a sudden, elections, we and soldiers need our 1 year or more. And honorable opposition to our Black Cross service, categorically, I can put it to you, and I'm willing to be subjected to any investigation. Says soldiers no only help you. And the terrorism threats no are called. And our complications are called. So these are legitimate national security issues are ignoring. And I think to a very large extent they are the result of having square pegs in round holes, particularly honorable Kandapa, from the analysis of the performance during the first term. I think it has not been the best. And then Ukasa, then almost you attempt or they don't really.
Na pay your own analysis no na ehu hia kra se na na nka omampanyi bebo ne din bi.
Of course not. And yeah, but me realize this. I mean, on my opinion, or rewarding lawyers to check competence because anchor rewarding competence media anchor honorable Vanderbilt should have been reappointed as a national security minister media. I mean, even the scandal was enough for him to resign. You see, the problem is media Ghana, you need accountability. And many who are taxpayers, I think we are also not doing well because we should call on public officers to be accountable for certain inefficiencies. And public officers, so they have to exercise a great deal of responsibility in these things. Just recently, head of military or Spain, or resigning because of crossing line to get COVID-19 vaccine. Just Enura, chairman of Tokyo Olympics organizing committee, or resigning because I see Emma who invites all the issue. But Ghana will be there for this, will be there exhibiting the greatest deal of the greatest incompetence you can ever imagine, and still on our foot. So anything yet we would speak truth to power, we would say that it has to be.
Na yensha eye military invasion na wo Ghana brashe bedwefie ni anu eho anu yi a eba ye eno so eto sen.
Media an aspect on the democracy. You are succeeding in denigrating the sanctity of the democracy I enjoy. Okay? And completely unfortunate. And when use this opportunity to call on authorities, I'm making sure that investigation or and someone will have to be held to account. Because a national disgrace, a national disaster. Because that building, and your common building, representing your values, your principles as a country. And so, all of a sudden, Honorable Kandapa, only little, obviously, that a military commander feeling things would have to be done right. And so, or no, taking initiative. So, I think that statement, disingenuous and an insult to the conscience of all Ghanaians because they are themselves where that order from above beyond the military and yet the initiative of any military commander. Anything that we see, that investigation usually some only politicians who push on to the wall or who very conveniently or who see, oh, it's under investigation. How or two is still under investigation. Galam still 500 listeners still under investigation. Almost chamber they are under investigation. And we'll continue speaking about it until that investigation is brought to a close and made public. So Obia or their complicit in the custom, whether the person or a group of persons will be held to account.
Okay, because so which no commander be ntimi nyɛ saa na wosusu sɛ commander be ntimi nyɛ saa.
You see, media obeying the height of irresponsibility, the height of treachery. In fact, the highest rank of the land for commander be to take that decision. So our commander, I think, obviously, are leading the infantry and the soldiers to the gallows. Okay? And we drag the military to disrepute. And that is not fair. That was happening. Because Minyashon said, soldier and our soldier need override to the rank to the commander status and engage in such acts of treachery. And see, why not you tell commander? Who is that commander today, or your faceless, or your nameless? So then investigation that way. So you know, they say when there is just solid talk. But we have to demand accountability because that incident, trust me, dragging into disrepute. But because let me monitor international news, Reuters, CNN, Al Jazeera, DW, they were talking about this. Oh, let's see, soldiers invade Ghana's parliament. I mean, really, first it was an eyesore.
Okay, you. And then you may that's it. Namishra. Abusan yene security analyst ya Adib Sani and a yene reading come on Torchlight so need 100 earlier on here ram on kote so akasa ni nyina na fa ya betting processes a ekoso na 7 point midi kind the two when no ya better Supreme Court 7 DNS baby akwa kodu ma bond tofa e di amount ruling na ne ekoso ani nyina no e kire se ya mame Jane Mensa enya de esese otimi ejina eye adakam amiye toto na ye ntimi hye no tie ni ye court ni ntimi hye no so mbembe jina adakam na ye toto na ne woma me no mbedi dwuma no eye Tom ofia member of the NDC National Communication Team Tom me wakwa be say
me nwa meje oso
okay me ma fisha panso
finko betu
Nana Owusu apia eye member of the MPP na unfortunately Nana unlock ewo kwamu ho baby Inti ama ojima beka wonti yebe huku no ahoma so na yene no edi nkomo afi later part as usual yene sitek for so ebedi nkomo Tom
yeah
what follows that no make political space anymore
ja ma follow
okay good
ma follow pa
Jensas here from Supreme Court
Supreme Court
and then the baby told you no
me
most supporters of the NDC. Etemu saying?
Oh, yeah, say ayemra. Ena yedi eye ejuma. Na mra ena yedi ekasa. Na uhwe Supreme Court logo. Logo a ye nyina ye nim ebe say uhwe institution bia na every institution no ni logo no ekasa. Enti se unnim institution no kra na unhu logo na the logo speaks volume of the institution. Until we share our judiciary system no. The logo of the judiciary system no is freedom and justice. Na we share ye Ghana kasa ye motto no freedom and justice. Na we share the logo of the judiciary system now being balance. Say being balance no equal. We share the logo of the judiciary system now. So being balanced, equal. And no HCL say delivering justice in equal manner and fair manner. 90 and ya EPM die na media di areho ama ye judiciary system. Na media areho ama ye judiciary system. Say a judiciary system stakeholders and our petitioners are requested say ye pese yen tutu insem ano. Na ushe article 42 of the 1992 constitution it gives clearly the functions of the electoral commission. Na NDC yamfa James and court. Ye did the electoral commission and the court. What must I say? It's not about personality. It is not about James. Jamisa comes in when Jamisa Nankasa is the presiding officer of the 2020 presidential election. And in Simbi wo honuma essence or no and a presiding officer no or no pe and a betumi ayano. And no ye raise issues interrogatories no. Supreme Court judges Nankasa can say we should wait. About filing of witness cases coming into the boss.
Argument isn't not a blind argument.
And you're blind
because
argument.
No, hold on. Judges in the same interrogatories, and mobeti me cross examination.
Maybe.
But one man can't say you should wait. We are going to allow for cross examination. Good.
Interrogatories it's supposed to take 5 days. It's supposed to take 5 days. Court na kasa you sue 2 days. Anabebwa. Now, see a back cross examination now. You will allow to ask the woman question. And a woman nankasa in filing a witness case. Adia tum say during cross examination, semrenu sua, I will avail myself to be asked questions.
Emrebian so chichere so beka sa me na me kan so meboa. Bibia no chichere no.
Menua enu ti na me ka say emra na edi adwuma o. Enti sem enne omo SSA anka omo protected the integrity of the judiciary system. And it's very unfortunate say they are giving such a judgment in my view. Meaning what I say? Because during cross-examination, the judges have accepted. The judges have accepted, say, during cross-examination on record, she will be allowed to ask or answer those questions. And I'm yes, sir.
But they were not privy whether privy to say a fair respondent and witness in the Babijina Dekamana say on Bambijina.
Now cross-examination, yeah, they come ejina. Cross-examination anyway, in fact.
And I say, lawyer no so on one way mu on to me ekase. Well, me witness no me find
Jerry.
It's over case mu ye drua. Why is it say NDC? You are still insisting. Say James and Bejina Dekem. Some more case mu ye drua na kanya mumum na be to mu favor na.
Minya, your case mu edru. And I make us say we never sued Jane Misa. We sued the Electoral Commission. And I'm a boy. And Electoral Commission no and na person answer during cross-examination.
Okay.
Jane Misa comes in because Jane Misa and a presiding officer for the presidential election 2020. And nothing and ebem. But we are not interested in Jane Misa. We are interested in a friend is the Electoral Commission responding to critical issue. Meanwhile, on a more serious note, Ube Bisa will say there are critical issues of contention. You have declared a result on 9th December 2020. You change those results again on 10th December 2020. In your response to your petition, with the different figures and a buyer. Minya, here said Jane Misa ebe kachire Ghana for figure ben total valid votes ben and SSI yen yuswana. And that is my worry. An institution ya passing right to information bill. Institutional, you owe Ghanaians musika pure water sika. Beans sika yadi atria tax yadi atria oka. You owe it to every Ghanaian. Say you will come and respond to critical issues. The entire different figures, and that is the issue. The issue is not about MPP and NDC. The issue is about one, our 1992 constitution is in danger as I speak with you. Minya, Mra, after declaration of results, Mra Emma Hukwa say ebe gazeti anamebwa. Now, Jane Misa abeka chire Ghana for nyina say figure odi bre Ghana for 13,434,574. It was an error. Yet you have gazetted that error. Wako gazeti 13,434,574. One kasa usi error. And CI 135. Wako gazeti. In your response, page 24 of the Electoral Commission response to the petitioner in court. Wako Kachira Court say the total number of valid votes are 13,121,111. And today we na use. There were na use. You see, every public office.
But mind you, they don't gazette figures. They gazette results now. One declare no one more gazette in nipa. One more declare together, but they don't gazette figures as in 1, 2, 3.
Nipa no figures no. I declare nipa no. It is the figures and I declare nipa no.
And you know say don't get here one calculation or court. And I want you.
I make a say. Majari.
Yes, sir.
We are in a serious country. We use constitution. We are in a serious country. Yadimra and a juma. And yamina mikan you. And anya general nekai. And anya needs FM nekai. Mra 1992 Constitution Article 42. Ama institution be a one thing or no pa and able to me a declare presidential and parliamentary and whatever resource. Sa institution no the electoral commission. And I'm a so whatever I say during election no mo producers ni mu your friend is say but the figure you get as a journalist Jerry will never and ever confirm the winner or the loser. And I'm a
that is
the
correct.
only body constitution ama who can say or no pay and able to me and declare any result from the polling station, constituency level, regional level, and the national level. Electoral commission. And it is an electoral commission and the more than 3 figures out. Based on these 3 figures, or see what declare one party as president. Now, your figures ninyina so and to tosso. Figures ninyina to tosso. Over 38,000 polling stations. Figures are out there by and ninyina to tosso. 274 excluding your friend is Chesiman South there no. And also and to tosso. And that is the reason why it is clear, say, Jane Misa, Ebeka Chregan of Wonyina, say, the immediate declare Nanado Dankwe Kufadu as president of the republic, no? Is it the 13,434,574? And now, is it the 13,119,460? And now, say, is it the 13 million, your friend is saying, 13,191,111, which is which? Emma Jerry, okay, say a dear way, Nyansen him.
A dear Nesumo Quansan, I come so many figures, Baba.
Minya.
These questions have been asked in several occasions, your friend is saying, period of time of which, Nijinano, I'm a focus, okay, fine. When na modeko dia muhia jemensa so baba beye mo ade na nesi mo kwan se na modi bibi ebeko emrasem ne ye kanyo
minwa emrasem na ye ka no na mra na ye ka no ye obibi original copies of the resource na original copies of the result is the same lies within the institution that organize the 7th December election. And this in your institution. And I end this in a declare results. And this in a declare result. This issue is about our 1992 constitution. And it's in a limbo. Year 1992 constitution at watching. Meanwhile, about me, you see, me, I'm not surprised.
Na ene judge no ema ruling no can you say a fine legal practice say yes witness say bigina da kamna chenchene ya mini wasem o kire mu akosi say wo witness rekwa wa ma omo no wa mo fa wa meche no mo de abu asem no eti wo mama wo de obo bi kwadu no bo na say wo ma wasem ye dene na wetima bokwa adu ni yie rather than say be rely on the witness or ba begina adakam na dia build case enya no na moye
menua dia esi no on akoye say obi ato uba amuna rape Muna rape. Ena odina akokot. What say watu ubano amuna. Na court no catch say it is not by force. Say bema na watu ubano amuna no. Obeba court and obema evidence. Say ono ana enyo no. That is it.
We a civil matter, mind you.
That is it. Whether civil or whatever.
When you're criminal matter.
You see, Emma and Fabrofo and Tutu Anyama say civil ni criminal. I just gave you an example.
And nobody decided what Obama now what they call court. Or no, there's what be that come not share.
Yes, and
not okasa on ma. Court to the better evidence available.
Okasa on ba court no catch say to me and share no say on.
Yes, na court na not the abu anasem.
This is the law we have. Majority, this is the law we have. When His Excellency the late President Rawlings ebekun Ghana man. When Kwame Nkrumah ekun Ghana man. Me sure say they would have been crying in their grave.
Okay.
They would have been crying in their grave. Said this is a constitution. You see the reason why I say I'm not surprised. And our judiciary system here. So okay, Kumasi District Court. And I deploying. I'm for deploy in Bebnu. I'm a buomo our honum.
And no free nearby.
Did it happen? So if under this same administration and another Nanko Kufuado, the courts maybe Oman say the NDC's case should be thrown out of court. And I'm a Electoral Commission see the NDC's case should be thrown out of court. So it could be as an intimidation. Say probably they fear say this same crook who were invited to come and attack Kumasi District Court could be invited again by the same government to come and attack them. So they will comply. Opposite and contrary to our 1992 constitution.
Okay, beba. Mamenko ahomba so na no wusu apia eva na so oba bibia sanka no nti yama ni semakakra ewa ahomba no so na yanje eye no comment a member of the MPP na no wusu apia mo adwo bibia boko
nyam ka ten aso me party fa chote senya de ko no me nam kwan so na bi cross over we dey ti from pante
Esama yebobo sway yama osimai na fakabi.
Yo me da na 18 time na what you no piano. Na mestre na makante ya camera temwa me niama enye with emotional sentiment. Na mum no legal and the interpretation. Court no say me bo obi kwa bi se tabi o mi gan ayira na ti se aso abebi mi gan mayan se taro ni e se mi ti se court na se ampa mi wo gan be ne kala yi ku ne meben ejine gina si ni tabi se umunu ni gan ne be man mu yo o gan no eda we mu do oda everything me buy no otaho asuma ti bi am yo ka se me se mi gan no kofi manu enu hu say o dan ni kuta no na wo den airport. These are live evidence and the purpose to cover because na me ni prove that evidence nyina no kofi manu na me just no so no we have the burden to come and explain say kofi bi to shia no na dan ni kuta no say ya no present ya no press ese to oba no ba be tiri enu nti se wono ba no ant na mu say ampa mi dan na ma describe na court na hu ni say feeling organic or educate me organic photo multimedia portrait ɛna obi nso prove sɛ wɔhyia wo na wodwa no fita wo nti wowɔ burden to come and woba bɛsan wo ti sɛ odwan no ɛnyɛ me ɛna mefa ɛsiane sɛ ɛberɛ no a nnipa no sɛ wɔhyia me no saa berɛ no koraa no ebia na menni beaeɛ hɔ no a odwan no ɛyeraeɛ no broni sɛ mmerɛ mu no yɛfrɛ no alibi ɛno nti you will have to prove it with evidence to see say ampara odwan no wayera na kofi na fire. Secondly, ono a say example bi I am the power say obi tu obi mona na so de no support wa enya ona na ni kale timi aka say enya ono ya so mona nti no on ma court e ma me dia dance. In the first place, so obi tu ukwaye allegation of rape, you have to substantiate it with relevant evidence. In the first place, a heifer and our two and monano, a die baby, and answer be a ben. Okay, also monano, not a bottom. Sabi to a grana, sabi Pantana show, a home by this year. You have to come and tender it in and pay medical report. As I said, so what the Baba support to case, you know. And some bona. Sabi unipa biamu tababi Brian ya nina no aba other support and to stop nina evidence nina no baba support case no wo ye etia obi a wato mo na no and say na court no agina so say ene wo obo tubo ebre bi say wo se wo dada no uto bibi ma no onum ye o ni wura dan wo anybody wants to come and say, oh, sorry, the medical report to me, and then I will come.
Okay.
Then mom said, what the medical not supposed to say, my review. No one to me and say, me do raha. And I say, ABR, medical report to me. And I said, for Panther show by BSC, and I said, the relevant element of evidence, a support to allegation in our right near Obama. No one look at it. Who be now cast my review now and tell me NPL express and from the may want every right to say, as some now kind of we knew we can. The judges and the court know even who want some now kind of who do I yet and only my judgment. The only this evidence when you know nothing is no as I said, still when if you can in the conscience of the judge when you say the medical report into a waiting either way, I convict you on your own plea. Even that is in the criminal instances. But in the civil way, Grano, APO, as soon as you tell the car, what do I buy? Are you liable or you are not liable? And no, so when men transaction on the yo yet, any bramo yo yet, any evidence a woman settled in the car, not the court, you have every right to say, my lord, I'm not liable. Because independent men provoke in the
but what argument is nipa no yade well or the different figures and or the adwuma because which are one masem ni nyina so ni nyina gina article 64:1 eno ani nyina so fapem abom de court it na is not about time it said the oye ncha de amra ne hye no obebe no ba be kirem de ntia figures ni yes
and one yakiri mo abesi samre then come court one no mo say pinchi and answer carbon copies that yan ye wo nyina no yakika bo mu no resource we and a yen sakan ye enu nti no yen se enie ono so fa ne de mra ne ya fa nko ho na yan hwese asomati we ene asomati we no nya yen yakika bo mu no omu de he ne din kuni ba wo wonti me ga se me figure na me ni figure no me sha wo se wo de wo fa wo de bra tere dia me so wo ka fa ho in fact they should help to educate our young people now and follow politics. No?
Okay.
Tanya Emra, any the principles of law, AGYEMAN. Yeah, no, dear, and my say, your lawyer for His Excellency the President, you know. And let's say I would do a money party put together in the party no. any beer, any adjunum, beer, any addition, and Buama Ghana Mabunu, Espiadia. We are in the rule of law. We are not in the rule of sentimental, emotional and muzzle.
All right.
And 20 says, Yabema Emra, and Nissan Yamran Kano, and Nimbia, a woman Remuno. Yadiba lecture and seminar state. As I say, a use emotion and sentiment.
Okay, Nana, you move call a parliament veteran, so I bring it.
You me that. Niameka, our household is a young papa, Kandapa, and Rai Hunsenia, over 5 hours, and they are subject to bedroom. Media, my think account baby say a bonabasso, and the security management mission said in the first place, Minia Macderry. Emrena I think I have launched book I have read a national security strategic document. And it's under the leadership and national supervision of Honorable Kandapa for the National Security Ministry. We have all witnessed to say that Bond chieftaincy, which has lasted for over 2 decades, about whereby a policy, an objective said the first 2 years in office, and I've done quite to say, Obama a year, a year with that one, installing new people, yet to me, and also under the auspices of Honorable Kandapano, that achievement, it made the way up also. I feel you, you wouldn't say, Samri, the first time I Ghana had just to a bar, characteristics of party political vigilantism. And so the 2020 general election. Irrespective of challenges, them can never be perfect. But your Shasania or minor security in Yemen Cornwall, make much sense to be said. As I say, boy, now you're supposed to, in the larger interest, and now panic can be I am that was say what is important is maintain the national cohesion because we are in the multi-party democracy. At the end of the day, the national cohesion and say one people in one Ghana with one common destiny. And Ubia who in the Bible, Ayania or Milo Yasomuyi. Tanya Makinano, I indicate as a church says, Yan Bible and a food, and when your man and put you acconating. A favorite student of the security services, Ninano Kaya, and then their uncle ye. And so, member Papanos Member about said, he was very open and candid, said, when it was wrong at the time of military for parliament, he condemned it, said it was very wrong. We can never have perfect system anywhere. Mark, many Yamanon, football finance, you will be paying. The Empukra, Holland now over 300 democracy in the United States, still. Mark, and your man and your perfect ever.
But I know one say, yes, I'm military invasion, commander be a yen name, commander. I don't know, you're fine, yes, sir.
I think Andrew also can see the instruction has been for investigation.
Yes.
And I think say in the security circles, there are investigation really, just assumption and be conjecture and MSO public. It doesn't help the morale and the image of the secretary. And he was right to say, oh, you is teacher because at the time, okay. I am very sure, say, if you or your son, I don't think anything wrong with that perspective.
Okay, Nana, Mammy Fonsi, Medasi.
Medasi, that's what I say, now, Mamma Pena could have been a man, Chairman, Penia, Excellency, a large Mafuka. Namin Sir Raddy, I want dinner, and then dear son for a month. A fairy or man Penian Catanso, the blow behind Yamin Canada. Now, mine also in Jenny Yans and Wood Johnson. It's me fan and I feel MPP Mabrunina. The stresser is Samre, Yamayan in the home. Now, then I had the any Indiana panel. Mayan to solve the MBIT, and was sending an NDC for to put through any raise emotions, any sentiments, you know. Young Penny, Emma, mining in our man, just say, Yambrasian, as I say, Embra, and I
Okay, but that's it, and then you brave. How you need 100 points, and I know who's so happy, and there's Uncle Becca, Hana, Bibi Sankano, and went to me, and by no Tom, dear, member of the NDC, National Communication to Mawaha. As you kwa winter so, or Ghana for your whole and Yanko on the way in another Danko Kufado, the Amaya and day, or Boy Juma, at the boy, my God, and Punto. Mukala Jonas, Edia Kerry, or say I want to draw the attention of the Ghanaians on why I always say that the NDC doesn't think about we Ghanaians, but their parochial interest, because when this pandemic hit us, NDC constituted an 11-member committee to help the fight, but this committee never proposed a single antidote to this virus. Interestingly, because of power, they totally left the C-19 fight uncovered, unconcerned, on the shoulders of the government, and they are seriously battling in court over power. That try, it tells you that, in fact, it was due to power that they formed that committee. Wait, Jerry, I'm appealing to the court through Torchlight that they should please allow or discharge MPP witnesses to go to the office and work for Ghana, because NDC petitioner says there is no case against Nana Budani for now, but their focus is Sweet Jane Mensah. Or say, I know the reason why. Or say, but Jerry, I know the reason why. A sweet voice. Well, okay, me that's it. Nana Boaje. We say good evening, Mark Jerry. Setting the record straight, the security minister and the defense minister does not need an appointment anymore. They need to resign. The country's security, in fact, needs serious medication. Where you literature or the Shaman. But for K, circle or CNDC, Mundi case they are just wasting Ghanaian time. We see a case is won on the strength of the plaintiff's case, not necessarily on the weakness of the respondent's case. This is common law. Every lawyer that has shared opinion on this flimsy JDM petition expresses utmost shock at the tin. Walanyo or CNDC is trashed unanimously. What is left now is for them to make all sort of propaganda, painting the Supreme Court judges red and white and blue when the question is thrown at them to provide the hardcore evidence to substantiate their claims. NDC, come home and let's fight the COVID-19. Walanyo Semomrefi Namunya court case. Akoma Foster Chima Yirebi, I say we go court to speak about law, not grammar. NDC, in fact, Malusu move your own database and move it to me at the Ejinaman. So, come down. Yeah.
Say, Miniano Casano na ya akra na enye emotions na emaya court. We went to court based on evidence. Na evidence no Ghana ni bia our follow court case no ebe catch we say NDC evidence is about figures. Figures are Jenmisa Edibai. Minua, oh, kind 1992 Constitution, Article 284. Also, conflict of interest. A public officer shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest conflicts. His personal interest. Just say electoral commissioner Jenmisa on one case any personal interest. Minua, ye ni on my way mo. And an electoral commission. Bossman Asari, ever can say NDC is a threat to our democracy. Fanny say, has and Kotoko Eko Bobo. Is that not an infringement? Ni statement on the Jenmis and Ankasa Electoral Commission statement against the National Democratic Congress is a breach to our 1992 Constitution. Say na America no.
But say enkamu petition am JDM de koyo.
Minua, our petition is based on figures. And wetin Amaka tell say, ene Magjari, ene figure ben ene man anado dan kwa Akufo-Addo edi nkuni. Tell Ghanaians then the total valid voter man anado dan kwa Akufo-Addo Eddie Kunim in this just ended 7th December election. You don't know. Ghanaians don't know. And your judge for catcher say it is wrong to request for documentation and man and ado dan Kufa Eddie Kunim na. Sana judge for no more catcher yon. Sana judge for they are supposed to protect the 1992 Constitution, Article 42, Article 11, Article 284.
To veteran, no.
Oh, media Emia say this will be a disgrace and sad news to our generation. Minya, you move to na or can your friend is a Kandapa say.
Yeah.
Minya, Kandapa issue as an appointment. You don't know what emphasis say national security. Or no man and affairs no one. Yeah. One. Or see in 2020 election no there was nothing like where no you see party vigilantism crash. Na Kandapa and it's very sad. There was nothing like that. But it is sad, say, there was a deployment of state security to attack citizens. There was a deployment of state security to attack citizens under Kandapa. Ebemi say, Ushe ye 1992 Constitution, it clearly shows, it said appointments should be based on competency and efficiency. And it said, if this appointment is based on competency and efficiency then I don't think Kandapa is the right person to hold that office. Unless, Ubeka Chemi says, His Excellency the President, Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, is aware of the security deployment into our parliament, is aware of the security deployment at Ayawaso West Wogon, is aware of the security deployment our Volta region, is aware of the security deployment Ayako Kun Obiba our Banda. When you record Yamanipa SRC deposition biomana, I'll be surprised if Parliament passes or endorses Kandapa. Because Abdul Latif Ablekuma Central Mbebnuna yet treat you a born no. The soul of that youth, that young guy, will never forgive our parliamentarians if they pass Kandapa as a national security coordinator. Ibebnuna under Nanado Dakwa Akufo-Addo and under Kandapa, yet treat you a born no. What has been the essence of that case? Akosi saying.
Okay.
Majari.
Yes, sir.
Torchlight. Akosi saying.
What was some you?
Yeah, akosi saying. Da ben ebe yes anjifemu no ewie. Yeni omenwemu. The judiciary service ebia no ti na ye judge for no omusuro so mbema fair judgment.
One kasa you.
Na me kasa ebia onu ti na omusuro so mbema fair judgment. Did it happen? Ashanti Regional District Court. Ye twibebunu ekobu court proceeding judge for any lawyer for mu ye adwuma ewo ho. Ama police ni kra onyin kra odwane ye. Under Kandapa as a security officer was saying. Ewo man na nim say nim amagye nim say wo de nukure de torchlight de e ba weni obeka nukure. Enuti na abo me ni
yana for point ni say.
Minia. Who share the 2020 budget? Once me dem tu na me chere see.
Yeah.
Who share 2020 budget? O PPR have a copy of the 2020 budget. And na do dan Akufo-Addo. Na no akasa ni nua Ken Oforiata and Etroye no. And a cabinet minister Etroye no. Obia enkwa kan page 22.
The
level of security abefum. Or see security, public administration, and defense. Unim time His Excellency John Dramani Mahama every power in 2016. No. The level of improvement in our security service near the 8.9. And now mini can say, Obi Pierre of the 2020 budget, page 22. About said the level of security are declining above from to 0.2, 0.2 under Kandapa.
Under budget in the car.
Yes, and yet, you see, I'm not surprised, say, Nana Radakwa Akufo-Addo will appoint Kandapa. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised because the level of security apart from any oman wemu and a yennianum nkuma yennianum root laugh mu ye teach you amukwasiye and akwasise.
All right.
So I'm not surprised say man paying another dan Akufo-Addo appointing Kandapa biom because obi biara or they are to trust them there be appointing no biom no be this are to trust them the same thing.
Right. We are far behind time. Mami enquete you for so 03022 43540 03022 books bibre. Also one mami doing them. And mami can win some. Mami je aye wadwinchre na yenko. Okay. Beba so majo. Yes, I you yenko.
Honorable Maje na ya kasa Pitabora. Mamemo Abaso na menchia MPP anga aka Ubiabedi Babido Biamachiano na Eastern Regional Secretary Raja Produmechiano me peace don Mafusi and Yasu and the couple himself Samuel Kuanos Mechiano. Maje NDC ya watiko or boom ofen more keta what say imponi poor felino almost because as a general secretary, you be shall say, we see about the people. We are calculation and when this morning. I didn't know. You will see look at theatre when you answer the NDC Punyai. So what you say, and then 7 judges more. Actually, say almost be on mine now. Don't think NDC for a trial think you have a jam on.
Okay.
My dear, Miss NDC innocent go back trial. About 2012, you say, and why the board that you know the bomber. You want to get another 2013. It be at the drama.
Let us say, Mammy found a scholar near to us. Beba cho Memojo.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening. We you.
Bidiane Abraham is very talented. Me feeling some Santiago. My Jerry NDC now was over there. No one can say. Sir, not like men too massive. Say, what's you man paying a Akufo-Addo Abana former President John Mahama when we but what the case now court woman provided figures via HSA former president and we and young current president and so and we but one per se one more enemy sale young to a Abana for fraud. And you want to prove via HSA. Minti ba ma won ka say o yi no emba offer figures emba na woni na so endi bibi emfi dia wo mo empe no minti dia wo kan de enya de a ebeye ejuma
Madam say Mammy found a scholar. Memojo.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You too.
Magari.
Yes, sir.
Na bibi aboko de.
Na me adu ye too do yanko.
Mami chia NDC not one. Man can tell you, I'm going to share for Papa. Where the education of that brain and they bring. Opinion, you begin a two. Then some are yet to one can kind, and now what ministers now, one can follow. What begin a two transfer. No, what's what I found was the number. Most you two petition. Figure that, Mammy knows not when you kill woman. The Mammy don't so and another almost 7 times also. Why a mistake? Mistake in it, I'm making a no operation into a court. Yet to mark a court. What you know, what you did with crime to one by walk out of court. One of an over. Court. The Mama, why you will read your darling, Metirido. Yak court. My court, and see a good know. Yak, some more said Yaka. Yeah, with the packet and some more said Waka. And today you're from Mammy Moba. Mukuya, Mukata, there. Do something that you must say, Mamma,
Okay, for next one. Maybe I my joy.
Oh, Papa, yes,
Get you. I'm here.
Morning to my family. That's a free, but the Aguama, maybe I would be, I mean, Papa, I mean, you my power, yes. The court issue, one can say, your coupon, one is almost shamble, and yet, predestinal. Some one good to be with court. Say, made who I didn't know Nipana would call you, and I mean, you would call you. You won't be a missing. No one would you. I said, dear, also would have done it in the 5 step. I would have been she. There never dear dancing. One can some of the idea, mammy. I said, what's it in China? Maybe cover me with maybe almost maybe witness him plan and bed and kata. Now, maybe a mirror bottle, maybe you keep an infant trouble.
Okay. All right, mammy, may I say also why your argument can be right, Majo?
Yeah,
Get you.
Me didn't decay now, and me first your book and take your team. I mean, here, brother, papa, and this is not one. For the MPP Nako School, papa. Right. I mean, it's so. Yes, anyway, when I'm waiting, more kept in that young queen. Ah, and here, I think when you call country, you find out you call country, what you want, money, but you're not going to business. So I think country and for myself anyway.
I was as I'm been okay. What the okay, Yamra?
Ah, Nanyam,
Ayako Supreme Court na koka sa chiro mo why pacho.
Wa ko dika ba na yina se ko on me jana kama. Wo di mu mai ka ye. Na pen pro mu parliament no. Help me tani kind of amount yin to kind of party o me yim yet to abani papa ku what me am me che si me che so ben kin ene tu o tu no ne kwa so to ne o be tin ne ye hu shi na se nipa we sa ko ji so won be di ehim bi po aye 4 years then say nya be wo Ghana ha
Okay, but that's
also very that ba hospital ba ko on TV
yeah, that's me for last one. Majo. Yes, sir. Amago. Better see any what you intra with the aba. How you need 100.9. Torchlights. Yeah, the Jumedi and we are.